Every other summer, as a child, growing up in Durham, North Carolina, my family would pack up our SUV and make a grueling 4-day drive to Michoacán, Mexico. I loved these summers because it meant freedom. Unlike life here in the States, my siblings and I would have a chance to play outside all day and with dozens of cousins. The smell of burnt sugar evokes memories of us pulling up to my grandmother's mountainous village, the summer when men burned sugarcane fields, and the dark smoke indicated that we had arrived. I remember asking my parents why they would do something that I saw as bad, like burning the fields. Beanie, I thought we would say. Sometimes the burn is necessary. When the crops aren't giving us what we need, it is essential to slash and burn them. This way, the nutrients from the burn can enrich the soil, and we can plant seeds in order to grow healthier and stronger crops. Todo a su tiempo, everything in its time. I keep thinking of this ancestral agricultural practice as analogous to democracy and what we're living through today in our nation and around the world. We are in a season akin to slash and burn. It is essential that we look at this as an invitation for us to usher in new approaches that we can water so that they can set roots and we can grow something new together. Political insiders in the political industry will say that it is too expensive, it's too difficult, and that it's too unreliable for us to invest purposefully in Black and brown communities and young people. This is the kind of thinking that has fueled the burning of our democracy. One invitation that destruction offers is for us to innovate and reimagine our reality so that we may move differently. I'm so excited that the time is now for us to plant new roots and to grow new things. The growing portion of our US electorate is young, is Black and brown, and we are pivotal to our collective future. In fact, if you think about it, it has been precisely this neglected population who have been the ultimate risk takers and who have catalyzed our country forward towards our highest ideals. We saw it with the civil rights movement, we saw it with the agitation for DACA, and we saw it with Black Lives Matter. We ignore them at our peril. I know what it feels like to be ignored and forgotten. I'm the middle child. Art and culture is how we can connect, and especially with those who have the audacity to imagine new possibilities. Tony K. Bambara, an artist and activist and professor, said that as a cultural worker who belongs to an oppressed people, my job is to make the revolution irresistible. From Kendrick Lamar to Doechii to Bad Bunny, those who have been severely neglected by our country, when they use their art, we create connections. It evokes emotions that cannot be denied. At a time when many are losing faith that a multiracial democracy is possible, culture reaches audiences and pulls them in if they have been left out of the civic process. In 2019, I founded an organization. I knew that by building power, independent political power with young Latinos across North Carolina and their peers, that if we did it thoughtfully and used cultural resonant outreach methods, that we would be able to expand their participation and together transform our state in the South. Our civic home is one that is our bat signal is our values and our stated principles of being pro-Black, pro-Latinx, pro-LGBTQ+, pro-reproductive justice, and pro-climate justice. We started by sending Get Out the Vote mailers that doubled as art prints. Latino voters across North Carolina were receiving mail pieces for them, and when they saw them, they were beautiful and they were familiar. They kept them and they framed them and they talked about them online. Why? Y'all see it. We were able to work with artists and create something that was familiar to them. And this is something that they were eager to share with other people. We started by sending this Walter Mercado piece, which featured a Puerto Rican icon and astrologer that most in the Latino community could easily identify. People still come up to me 5 years later to tell me how much receiving this piece of mail meant to them. Last year, we innovated a new way to connect with voters, a few new ways. The first way was we created telenovelas that doubled as digital ads. By showing our community and rewriting our stories, we showed them and became a mirror so that they could see their power. Our heritage, our many heritages as Latinos enriches our nation and all of our communities. 2 years ago, I had the great fortune of meeting a 15-year-old named Ari. She came to one of our programs with her big sister, a little reluctantly, but she was there, and she had these gorgeous nails that were meticulously decorated with dried flowers and ornately hand-painted crosses onto them. I complimented her nails, and we proceeded to have a conversation where she said, "Yeah, I would be open to learning more about civic education if it happened while I was getting my nails done." Before we knew it, we co-created an event called Ballots y Belleza, Beauty in the Ballot. We had new voters who came in to get free beauty services provided by Black and brown small business owners. And they strutted out with civic education and confidence in how they could vote because they had the voter information. And they had sample ballots. Art and culture is not frivolous entertainment for consumption, especially now. It is an answer for so many who are feeling and grappling with uncertainty. At this time, many people yearn to be seen, to be understood, and to be connected to one another. Those who are best prepared to meet their gaze are the ones who know intimately what it's like to be denied and who have channeled those experiences through their art and cultural strategies. During those summers of burning sugarcane fields, I could find my tias immersed in stitching extraordinary, exquisite embroidery onto tablecloths. It depicted images from around the village, different life forms, flowers, animals, plants. While some tended the fire, others prepared for the day that we would feast. Their artwork and the community that it created reminded us that there is hope yet. We are at a time when we know that just as my tias passed down their learnings and their culture to me, my siblings, and my cousins, that we all have a duty to every child, every young person, to make the civic participation, their civic participation, accessible and fun and joyful. This is when, because they're connected to us, they're already grounded in the soil. But this moment is when we get to nurture them so that they may grow deeper anchors in the community In this way, they will thrive. We are ready to plant new seeds. The soil is ready for new seeds. We need the political industry to move differently, to think differently, and how it's going to invite young Black and brown people into the process. They can start by following the lead of Black and brown artists and cultural strategists and trust that they will guide them towards the victories. We also need the funder community to invest and to nurture all of our creative strategies and approaches. They need to trust that those of us closest to the problems can and will deliver real solutions. Our very existence requires this of us, and we aren't going anywhere. And to everyone, we must encourage young people by listening to them and supporting their vision for shaping our democracy. This is the opportunity and the chance in order for us to nurture their growth from seedlings to unyielding trees that soar. In fact, Ari called me the other day and she told me that she got a full college ride scholarship to a university in North Carolina. She intends to sow her seeds as a community leader there. Where young people lead, truth prevails and hope is made tangible. Art and cultural strategies are a way for us to make the revolution irresistible.